My name is Masco99 from Tanzania, or you can call me Cosmos Hacker from Tanzania. So here we have new tutorial on just web exploitation, but this webs it contains the Linux server inside it. So we can use here the Linux server to just we can use the trick to just exploit the Linux server and gain access to the Linux server, and we can see that the Linux server is just hosting the website. Also, we can get access to the website. Uh, this is how we can just exploit the web server. Uh, we know the type, and if we know the type of the web server, if it is Linux or Windows or whatever the case, but from here we have the vulnerable machine that we can exploit and see what is going on when you're trying to exploit the Linux server or web server, just our website just hosting from the Linux server. Okay, so first we know that there is a domain name server or DNS, and the old domain name, just for example Google, just is a simplification of the IP address of just some numbers, maybe 1272, maybe 100 and what you, okay, but maybe we can try to ping the domain name and get the IP address, exact IP address of the web server. So here I can try to ping the google.com. From here we can ping google.com and see what is going on. So I think there is, yes, so the result is coming, and we got the IP address of the Google server, and we can see that just this is a Google server, and here we have the domain name of just a localhost machine. We have hosting in our computer for demonstration. This is a real challenge, because if you got these ideas and skills, you can try on just another website or different area hosting website, or if you are a penetration tester, you can go and just access the web and then gain access to the server and trying to exploit the server. If it is a Linux server, just you can try these tricks I'm going to teach you for today. Okay, here just we need to ping the domain name, just Google, just vulnerable. So vulnerable. Okay, so here typing here, and we got the IP address, and we can see that the time to leave. This is a new trick, or just some trick you can use when trying to exploit the machine or exploit the server, maybe Linux or Windows. Just we can see that when you're trying to ping or sending ASMP request, here you can see that the time to leave, just the time to leave ID, we have the 20, we have the 64 result here, or 64 size. Just this, it means that is a web server running on background is Linux server, and if with 127 or 28, just we see, or we can know that this is a website running Windows machine maybe. So let's go here, we got the IP address, and here we can try to type nmap. So we have to scan first, because we have get the IP address. So this is just act as an information gathering steps. So here we're going to the phase 2 of hacking. We call the we're calling it the scanning. So scanning and enumeration. So here we need to scanning and trying to enumerate what service open and what vision of that service. So we can simply type nmap, then sv for vision, then maybe we can try to aggressive scanning, and then we can try on just to save a file, maybe map.txt. Then we need to provide the domain name of the service. Here we can type simply vulnerable. So here the nmap is starting, and also we can open new terminal and just to try to use my another tool for scanning called Elastscan. If we were on the CTF or on the real challenge, just you can try to do this, because it is so quick and fast when trying to scanning a website. Maybe you can try to learn aggressive, just all flag A, dash a, then we provide here we need to provide the IP address. So here we can say the IP address, if I'm not mistaken, is 101. Okay, so here try to ping. We see that the open port here. You can see this, it is so quick. First, when you press enter, then the open port are coming, or the lizard are coming out, and we can see here also the nmap lizard here. So we see that. So we can closing it here, go back to our this terminal, and trying to check the lizard here. We see that first we have the FTP port, and we see the state is open. So here we need to know what is the port number. We have 21 port running TCP, and the state port is open. Okay, actually the service name called the FTP, and we see that because we learned this, and also we see that the version is VSFTPD 2.3.4, and from here we know that this may be everyone exploit from Metasploit. So we need Metasploit to just try to check how we can enumerate and exploit these services. So just here also we see another information, FTP server status connected to this, logged in as FTP. And what we see is that from the end of the status, we see that FTP unknown or anonymous FTP login is allowed. And if you see this message, it means that you can just use an egoist account to log into the server with the FTP services. So here just we simply, because we've saved this, and we can try to check one by one port, open port, so we can exploit this and so on. So let's go here, and just maybe I can type simply clear, or maybe just we can type, okay, we can just clear the terminal and running MSF console. Okay, so then running MSF console in order to open the Metasploit for exploit or exploitations of the target. Okay, okay, from here also we can just simply we need to log in as a anonymous, because we see that anonymous is allowed. So from here we can type simply vulnerable, or we can type the IP address of that domain name and try to press enter. It says which name you just need to log in to this service, FTP or VSFTPD, these versions. Okay, and here we need to say that we need to log in as anonymous. So here we type simply anonymous, and then we don't have the password, because here we need to ask just please specify the password, and we don't have the password. So we need to just press enter, because we don't have the password here. So press enter, then we see that the login is successful. Remote system type is Unix, using binary mode to transfer files. So here what is actually the FTP, just what is actually the FTP services just do or provide. Okay, just is FTP, you see that is a file transfer protocols. Just if you're familiar with the network, you know that here you can just transfer one file with another, so user they can share just some files on the server. Okay, so here we try to listing what is in on this file. Just here we see that no one, so we can try to list the ident file by providing the flag -lah. Okay, and here we see that no file is here, so you can simply type help and see what is just here, and just you can see there is a lot of command here, account append ASCII. So what just interesting command, maybe we can try to just say mkdeal, maybe what, just we can say mkdeal, maybe mkdeal. We need just this command just for make directory mascon 99. Okay, and say that created directory operation failed. This is why the operation failed, creation is failed. This is because just here maybe it needs some higher privileges in order to create a file. So here if we can go back, we just get another username or user password with higher privileges. We can see that which file just transferred on this services FTP, but you can say simply typing bye in order to exit from the FTP services. Just simply close and go back to the another terminal. We have opened the Metasploit here, so we can see this is Metasploit. And just if you don't know about Metasploit, you can type the simple msf console --help. So you can type msf console dash help, okay, dash help, msf console, okay. So here I can type simply just okay, see paste here, VLAN inside msf console. So okay, so can type just simple help because we are on the MSF console, and we can see that there is a lot of things that you can do here. Info, just the options, use, show. Just here you can maybe, for example, we can use which command from here is just okay, just you can use which command. You can use command search to search exploit, maybe exploit for VSFTPD vision. Okay, so from here I can say search VSFTPD. Okay, so here when we typing search, and we see that this is exploit for created this here, and the link is excellent. So if we run this, it is good and excellent for just to exploit the VSFTPD vision 2.34 for this. And we can say here we can what we can get from the description. It say that we can get a backdoor command execution, just a remote, just is a shell learning background, and we can just try to learn a Linux command that we can use to access and get the higher privilege from the machine, you know. Okay, here I can simply type use then 0. Okay, so here you can say we use another command called show option. So show, and we concatenate with option. So we need to show what simply we need to show a option. So here we can show options of which we going to just import from this exploit. Okay, simply type set, and what we need to set hello host. First, the localhost, just hello host. We need to provide the IP address or the just the simple no. So here we can type we need the localhost this, or we can type the IP address. So maybe we can type the IP address, and then it says 1, or we can type the domain name vulnerable. Yeah, just is the same case. Okay, then you can say set. Okay, sorry, we need to say set, then I'll port, just use a 21 port. Okay, so from here you can say exploit. Sorry for just use, you can say exploit, and see if it can exploit it. Boom, it exploited, because this vision is an exploit from the Metasploit. We found the shell, and we also just access the machine with the root privilege. So this is good because we have the super user just access. So if you are familiar with the Linux, you see that the root is high, or just is a super user that can learn each and everything from the machine. Just for example, delete file, any file from the machine, you know. So here we have got a high access, or we can say super access from this machine. So we can simply type ID, and we are the root. So first we need to stabilize the shell by typing. So if it is a shell, just type then simply clear, and you can see it clear. But if it does not clear this terminal, it can say maybe unknown terminal. So if you got this message, you can simply type export, then type what? Type a term equals to xterm, simply like that. And then you need to also stabilize terminal to make terminal good for interactive. Okay, being script, or you can use Python. So maybe simply you can use Python also. Just is a common for many users. I can say import pty, then pty dot spawn. What shell we are going to use is a bin bash shell. Okay, simply bin bash shell, and then type here, and we see that we have got it. The another trick also, when we say exit, and also we can use user if Python is just when it is no, there is no Python on the machine, just we can try to learn the script also, because many of the Linux contains this binary script, then negative qc, and then bin bash, okay, dev null. Okay, also we get the same result, and here we can say clear. Okay, so it is my id, go to home and see what is going on, and we have the user, so we have the user msf admin service and so on here. So we need to brute force the password of user. Maybe we can just log in for the SSH service we have got from the nmap scanning. Simply we can go to use a tool called Hydra. Hydra is a tool used to brute force the password. So here we can go here, and then it says just simply Hydra, which user dash hello for users, msf admin, because it is just a unique name. msf admin, we see other user is common, maybe some user but msf admin is a common user, so we need to know which privilege is this user have on this machine. So here, go back and provide the password list. So I'm create the custom list in order to make it clear and simple when you're trying to brute force. But if you just going to use another just word list, it take a lot of time, because the brute forcing, just when you have to brute force the website, you have to be patient, you know. Okay, so here we can say simply home masco 99 and desktop phone hubs and word list. So this is my custom list, and we need to brute force a what? We need to brute force a password from msf admin on the service SSH. Okay, so then we need to provide the IP address or machine. By simple we can type vulnerable. Okay, and then press enter to start, or maybe you can specify the time. Yes, you can specify this in order to make it simply. Okay, so Hydra is storing and trying to brute force here, so we need to be patient, because it takes some few minutes to complete brute forcing this service SSH, you know. And we got it. The user login to the SSH is just on the host vulnerable is msf admin, and the password also is msf admin. What we can do here, we go to the direct SSH service and try to log in. Then we say SSH msf admin, yes, and then we type msf admin. Then we need to provide the IP address or domain name of the machine or website. Just here I can say vulnerable. Okay, so try to log in and provide password msf admin. Boom, we've logged into the site, and it says that unknown terminal. When you're trying to clear again, no, it says unknown terminal type, xterm just 256 cara. Okay, we can say simple export term equals to xterm, you know, equals to xterm, and simply type clear. It clears the terminal. What is my ID is msf admin as a groups. So just if you got a low privilege from the machine, you have to exploit the higher privilege in order to learn other command and more command, or advanced command, or just do super user action on the target. From here, maybe we can try to check which, maybe we have got the exploit from the metasploit called the VSFTPD on the VSFTPD vision. So here, simply for my trick, I can use sudo FTP and see what, because FTP is a vulnerability. Okay, so I can say msf admin, and it gives me this interactive area. So I can say I need to stabilize by using bin sh and see what we've got. What is my ID again? My ID is root, so we've got a root privilege from here by using VSFTPD vision or FTP vulnerability. Okay, so here we go back and exit. Okay, you know, we can say exit and we go back again. What we can do also, just we can go simply to tmp file, and okay, so cd to this, then cd to tmp and list. We have no file from here, just we need to upload the file from this. Just we can try to use the link piece. this is a script used for scanning the vulnerability on the machine, Linux machine. There is another script called WinPiece. This is for Windows, and LinPiece is for Linux. This is a brother and sisters, you can call it. Just LinPiece is for Linux, and here we have the Linux server. We need to boot for. We need just check to run the script LinPiece in order to see what file contains the credential or password. Maybe MySQL password. We know the database password, and the other maybe just what vulnerability. We can just help us to log in as root or get a root privileges. From here I can simply type wget. So wget http, then we need to provide our IP address. So here I can say my local IP address is this and this. So I know the Python server learning from this, so I can type simply my name of LinPiece. So I save it by linpiece.sh. So go back here. Okay, so I can open my new terminal. Okay, go back to my new terminal, and it says cd to desktop try me. Okay, so here I can learn Python 3. You need to open the Python server, http then .server. Okay, and say poo. Okay, so we can listen from this port. We go back to our terminal and say got it a shell, and we see that the shell is saved in our target machine. So we're uploading from local machine to our target machine. Okay, so this is a LinPiece. We can just give a execution mode by chmod, okay, to make a file executable, and then linpiece.sh, then the file is also. So we need to learn this file because it's a sh file running on bash file, bin bash. So we can say simply this and say the file name. Okay, so here, but it does not give anything. So again, align again, no anything. So maybe I can type bash linpiece.sh and see what is going on. So here the script is running, and you can see there is a lot of things that we can cut here. Okay, so it also learning. You can see what is the result you've got here. Oh yeah. Okay, so to see what is going on. Just is some file. Maybe you can check the red color file. Pseudo version is 1.0. This you see that the pseudo version is, maybe it can also be vulnerable, 1.6.9. and also see what another trick we can use here. So go back to our machine, downwards the machine. Here we see the some interesting file. What another interesting. So you can see MySQL connection using root, no password, is it say yes. So you can connect the MySQL by using root without a password. So this is how LinPiece just give you an information. You can see username from Tomcat, password Tomcat, rules Tomcat as admin or manager. You can see another trick you can use from etc Tomcat here. Okay, so here go back here. You can see also the sudo edit as vulnerabilities, and you can see, yes, we see that the nmap knows the sudo, but the nmap file is vulnerability here. So you can try to use nmap to export the file by going to Google. Just here, going to Google and search. We go to the website called Git4Beans. Go to Git4Beans. This is a useful website, and it is very helpful and important when trying to do a privilege escalations. So here you can say what nmap, and see what is the vulnerability founded on nmap. Just you go to the sudo, and you see that when you type the sudo nmap --interactive. So we go back another here. You can see also the screen. the screen is vulnerability, so we can use also the screen to gain the root privilege. So go back, so maybe we can scroll down here and we see also it is complete. So maybe I can type a screen and nmap, just use these two for demonstration, but it is contain a lot of details that for your time you can use it to see what is exactly the vulnerability found on the, or what is the detail from this Linux machine. Here simply I can type sudo, oh sorry, so here first my ID, also we have MSF admin, go back and copy this. Okay, so it says sudo interactive here, so in it I can say I need to use an sh if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so ish, so here I can type simple sh. Boom, we have root privilege. So this is how we can use command. Here we go back here and it says exit. What is my ID? My ID is msf admin. Go back to this site, check another trick called screen. Okay, so we need to use a screen and sudo screen. Simply type sudo screen. When you run a screen as a sudo, it gives a boom, we have the root privilege. So ad is root. This is how we can exploit the machine, you know. And when you type, okay, for just the next video we can just continue with the another trick that we can use when you're trying to just exploiting the Linux server and or Linux web server. Don't forget, my name was Masco99 from Tanzania, or Cosmas Saka from Tanzania. Just subscribe to this channel for more information. Okay, thank you.